All right, so you go to the store or you purchase something online and you probably assume that what you're buying is authentic. Maybe it's a sports jersey, a designer bag, or even electronics.
Well, perhaps you should take a closer look. Counterfeit goods have become a booming billion-dollar business. In fact, one expert says those who sell fake merchandise can bring in more money than those who sell drugs. And despite efforts to stop the counterfeit trade, it doesn't look like knockoff products will disappear anytime soon. At security checkpoints like these, customs agents from the Department of Homeland Security stop $4.7 million worth of counterfeit products from entering the U.S. every day.
It's an enormous problem. The counterfeit trade in the United States, it's about a $250 billion a year problem. It's enormous and it continues to grow.
And it's changing too, says Robert Parchaisi, president of the International Anti-Counterfeiting Coalition.
There's a shift from physical brick and mortar locations to the virtual world, to online counterfeiting.
Counterfeiters are prowling the back alleys of the internet, masquerading, duping, and stealing.
The government has targeted internet counterfeiting and piracy. Operation In Our Sights, launched in 2010, has seized 2,700 domain names.
These were ordered from various websites.
But shut down one site and another pops up for one simple reason.
Money.
Money?
It's all about money. This is a low-risk, high-reward criminal enterprise, and there's a lot of money involved. You can make more money selling this than you can selling illicit drugs.
Some buyers are duped into believing they're getting brand name products, but other buyers know they're getting counterfeits. That's what they want.
It's a perfect storm. You have a copycat culture in China. You have U.S. consumers that have an insatiable appetite to look for a bargain. You put those two together, and it's the perfect storm of supply and demand.
Surprisingly, buying counterfeit goods is not illegal. So what's the big deal?
You're putting yourself and your family at risk when you buy these types of products. It's not a victimless crime. It's actually a killer. You know, it kills jobs, it kills economies, and it kills people.
It's illegal for batteries to contain mercury in this country.
Many knockoff products are poorly constructed and are not in compliance with U.S. safety standards. And counterfeits cost billions in lost sales, taxes, and growth.
A European compliance symbol on here, yet there's nothing European about this plug.
Here's how you can avoid buying bogus brands.
The easiest and biggest indicator, whether you're online or you're at a physical location that sells products, is the price. If the price is too good to be true, it is.
Watch for misspellings. Most reputable websites will not have any mistakes. If you're not sure a site is legit, try the customer service contact to make sure it works before you buy. Now, basically, Robert says it comes down to this: buyer beware. You get what you pay for. And he says, just remember, if you could make it, they can fake it.
Yeah, and you think you're getting a good deal, but it affects a lot of people.
It sure does.
Well, another problem that many people fall victim to is identity theft. In fact, every 2 seconds, another person falls victim. And this time of year, many people can be so vulnerable as they try to purge all of that 2014 paperwork they have sitting around. That's why document shredding remains an important tool in the fight against fraud. In today's Angie's List report, the do's and don'ts of paper shredding. Jimmy has more on that.
Your personal information is everywhere. Bills, bank statements, blank checks, even credit card offers and magazine subscriptions. If you don't take disposal of this personal information very seriously, it could cost you.
The main reason is identity theft. It's the fastest growing criminal act in the world for 9 years in a row. 1 out of every 3 people will lose their identity just this year.
Residential paper shredding reduces the risk of having your confidential documents stolen and used against you, and shredding companies make it easy.
A lot of questions are, do you have to prepare the paper? And you really don't. That's what we're all about. You don't have to take the staples, the paper clips, all that stuff out of the paper. It all goes right through the shredder, so which is very nice and very fast and convenient.
If your New Year's resolution is to get your house organized, getting rid of old documents can be a great approach, but using your own individual shredder can be time-consuming and it can constantly jam, so you might consider hiring a paper shredding company that can do this job in minutes.
If you're going to hire help, look for a company that's happy to showcase its process. You should be able to watch your items literally go through the shredder so you know that your information can't be pieced back together.
That's our whole concept. You stay and watch, you know it's done, it's taken care of, and so you have a peace of mind.
To reduce the risk of your documents being reconstructed, the shredded material typically goes into bales with multiple customer shredded documents before being recycled. Pricing options vary, but many companies charge by the minute or pound. Others have their own system that customers can easily understand.
When you go to the grocery store, they say paper or plastic. You have a plastic bag full of that, it's only $5, and then the big brown sack is $10. You bring a typical banker box in, a standard banker box, that's $15.
But before you hand over that box or bag, always double check your documents.
You don't want to have buyer's remorse when it comes to shredding, so be sure you look through all your document pile very carefully before you shred. Otherwise, you could end up shredding something important. Also, be sure the company you're hiring isn't actually going to be handling and going through the documents that you're passing over because, again, you're doing this for your own protection and privacy.
Make sure that there's not money in there. We do shred money.
Oh, watch out for the money. Well, not sure what you should shred? Angie's List says anything that has personal identifying information should be disposed of properly. That includes expired licenses, credit card bills, bank statements, old legal documents, as well as voided checks, ATM receipts, solicited pre-approved credit card applications, and any documents that has your social security number on it. So once you have your finances protected, let's work on getting them in order for the new year. Still ahead on Delmarva Life, how you can help the young adult in your life or even yourself kickstart a smart financial future in 2015.
Yeah, finances can induce stress at any age, but throw exams, projects, and papers on top of them, and college students can be downright overwhelmed. See how Study Buddies can add comfort to the chaos.
This is Ringo, and believe it or not, he helps children read. I know, it sounds crazy. Coming up, we'll tell you how. Delmarva Life, we'll be right back.